back. And
Really?
wait, are you eating chicharrones?
Yes.
Yes, I am.
Hey, can you spell chicharron?
CHICHARRONES.
It only has one R.
No, it has two. Shut up.
Winner!
Bobby. God damn it, Bobby.
All right, so on the Shakedown show here, the social shakedown, the whole point of this thing is to discuss random shit that's going on that we feel that we should comment on. And every episode, we have 5 topics that we pull to discuss, and we have 5 right now. So I'm going to go ahead and start off with the first topic. It was actually part of an email that I got from a friend and telling me about a new, well, it's not a new, but I guess it's an often unknown traffic law that apparently a lot of us here in Texas don't know about, but it's common across the U.S., and apparently other states don't know about it either, which is this, where if you have a police car on the side of the road, left hand or right side, doesn't matter, and you are in the lane that is going along the side of that patrol car, so the last lane to the left, last lane to the right, if the cop is pulled over there and he has his lights on, you are required by law to either move over into the next lane over, or to slow down to at least 20 miles per hour under the posted speed limit. And apparently it's a law that kicked in around 2010. I frankly, I mean, I can understand its usage and need. I never heard of it before, but I was just curious if the rest of my crew here have ever heard about this law, or if they have heard about it, what they think about it. We'll go ahead and I'll go ahead and start with you, Shiloh, because you're the quietest one over here. What do you think about this law going on about this having to pull over away from cops when they're posted over to the side of the road?
I mean, honestly, I've heard of it before. So, I mean, I always thought it was a law to begin with, so I've always done it. I mean, so it makes no difference to me.
Okay. G, how do you feel about it, bro?
I think it's bullshit.
Why is it bullshit?
Because it's part of the job. It's hazardous.
What was hazardous? I mean, you mean for the cops, you mean? Or?
For the cops. I mean, it's part of the job description. It's like, you know, that's why they give cops guns. It's like, no, Robert, don't shoot. Just here to arrest you. You know, I mean, it's a risk.
So so you're saying that because of the cop's job, shit like that with cars going by you on the side of the road is expected part of the job. It's expected risk or hazard of the job. So us as drivers shouldn't need to pull over for them.
No, I'm not saying it's a need. It's a courtesy. You know, yeah, pull to the side. You know, let him do his job. But they shouldn't make it a fucking law.
Okay.
It's kind of like how military gets hazardous pay when they're behind enemy lines or in danger zones.
That's interesting. Skills, you looking like you got something to say about this.
I honestly think it is bullshit.
The law's bullshit, or
yes, that the law is bullshit, and for the simple fact that you are a police officer, and if you're not on patrol, like giving tickets on parking meters and shit like that, you should actually be trained in the academy to deal with certain situations in which you were encountered out in the field. So if a police officer were to pull over, let's say a high-speed chase,
okay,
right? He should know exactly how to pull over an individual in which his life and the citizen's life that he's pulling over to be protected.
Okay.
So I understand that the lights are going and everything like that, but for a police officer to be in an emergency vehicle, his siren has to be on. And when he's issuing an arrest warrant, to me, I feel like his siren plus his lights should be on. Do I think that it's common courtesy? Well, myself, when I see lights flashing, I slow down, but I don't think I should be required to move over to the next lane.
But why is it so hard just to move over? Like, I really don't understand.
Well, you don't
why
understand.
people
What
get
if you're in...
mad. Like, well, how is it so hard just to move over to the next lane?
Okay, what you don't understand, what if it's rush hour traffic, but yet I can't still merge into the left lane to my side? Will I still get ticketed, even though I was trying to do the right
That's true,
thing?
too.
I was trying to do the right thing, but I just couldn't merge over because there's too much traffic, and I didn't want to cause more of a wreck than a police officer pulling over someone else for a citation.
Okay, I have a question. If you don't pull over, who's going to give you the ticket if the cop is obviously busy doing something else?
That's a good point.
Yeah, so what the fuck are they going to do?
It's just, to me, it feels like they're just trying to cover their own ass. Because if something does happen, then it's no longer the officer's fault. Because there are videos out on the web right now that I feel are like America's most dangerous car chases, or anything like that, in which a officer does get involved in a highway pursuit or an accident because he did not move him or the citizen's self. No, that don't make sense. So he did not move him or the citizen's life away from the highway activity, in which someone just came in burning in because people are naturally nosy and they lose
Curiosity.
focus. Curiosity kills, basically.
I see. G shaking over here. He's looking to get in on this question here.
No, well, okay. Like, first of all, okay, did you know that at least in Texas, I don't know about any other state, it's actually against the law. It's actually against the law to turn without turning on the turning signal. Yet so many people do it. Like, okay, the same thing.
I think it's because we're lazy.
Exactly.
I mean, that sounds true. I think it's because we're lazy.
I mean, it's so easy to do, but people don't do it. And it's the same thing. I mean, people are not gonna turn to the other lane, or they're not gonna slow down and be like, "Hey, look, somebody's getting stopped. Let me check it out."
So okay, so you think it's more just about kind of the human thing that we just don't think about shit like that?
It's a human condition.
Interesting.
But yeah, it's small laws like that people just don't do, and it's honestly, it shouldn't be a law. I mean, I actually hate people that don't turn on the fucking blinkers, and I feel like get so frustrated at them. Except for battle buddies. Battle buddies are cool.
Well, on that note, okay, I think we'll consider that topic killed and dead for. Now, the next topic I find is pretty interesting. I just happen to be looking up on the internet, and I'm pretty sure anybody can relate to this one. There's a story out on the internet saying the 8 words that most liars use. And this is pretty interesting because I think when I brought it to the table, we were already thinking about certain people. And now trying to remember shit that they've said to us, and now we're going to look for these words. So, what I'm going to do is... Okay, well, you know what? First, before I even talk about the words...
Let's take a guess at them.
Yeah, because I see his skills is kind of... he looks like he's got some shit on his mind.
Okay, are they words, though, or are they phrases?
Well, no, they're actual words. Only 1 and 2, 3 are phrases. But they're actual words. So let me ask you this. Don't guess them, but from your own experiences, any liars that you personally know, I mean, you got to say their names, you got to put them on blast. Do they all say some repetitive shit that you know, when you hear it, you know that they're lying?
Yeah.
Gee, what do you got for me, bro?
I don't know, like when people say, I'm okay, or I'm fine.
Oh, like if you ask them, like, hey, you doing okay? And they're like, yeah, I'm fine.
I mean, obviously they're not, but it's just, I guess, habit people do. I mean, you can see they're sad, or you can see they have a broken arm. Hey, are you okay? No, I just broke my fucking leg. How do you think I feel? But you know what I mean? They're going to say, no, I'm cool, you know? Okay, but I'm just saying.
Skills, what do you got to say about that, bro?
Well, if I have to put in my own personal experience, I would have to say the most repetitive that I heard that was, "Baby, you know I love you." It wasn't me. It wasn't 8 words, but it was 9.
You know what? He looks like he's reading that off his phone. You going through a text message, bro?
Nah, I ain't going through the text message because why? I'm just saying, in my past experience, that's what I've countered. "Baby, I love you." It wasn't me. In which it puts me in a position where I have to make a decision. In which she no longer, like, she can actually admit that it was her fault, but to me, it feels like I have to live with it. So I have to make the decision whether I want to still stay with something that just happened, even though I didn't do nothing about it.
Okay. Now, I'm going to follow that up with what you're saying with the other side of the coin, Miss Shiloh. From a woman's perspective, and I know you've heard a ton of lies from us fellow guys.
Ain't that the truth?
I got to know what big, juicy, just, even though you're kind of giving us dudes away, giving away our lines and shit, what shit have you heard from dudes that you know, or even other females too, that you just know that they're just lying their ass off? Damn, she has to think about it. It's that many.
Yeah, I really do.
She's still thinking about it. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, well, you know what? I tell you what. I know when somebody's lying. I know when somebody... Honestly, well, my thing isn't so much a word. It's a look you give me. For instance, I don't trust wild-eyed people.
What do you mean, why would I?
Like people whose eyes are kind of bugging out of their head and kind of going all over the place when they're talking. And they're not excitable. They're just wild-eyed people. Like when they're talking, I just feel like whatever they're saying for whatever reason is just epic amounts of bullshit coming out their mouth. Like when somebody's lying, I look at their eyes because they say, I think what they say if their eyeballs go to the right, they're access like their memory part or some shit like that. But their eyes go to the left.
They're accessing different part of the brain.
Like their creative side or something like that. Yeah, like they're trying to come up with a lie or some shit. I look at the eyes and I can just kind of just look at people and...
That is true.
I think the right side is analytical and the left is creative.
It's something like that.
Right is fake, left is true.
Thank you for chiming in on this, guys.
Thank you for correcting me.
I mean, but yeah, I mean that's the shit that I tell. And then a lot of times when people just kind of just talk, and no offense to Shiloh, because she does this, but I mean it's not that she's lying; it's just the way she talks. When people talk, but their volume in their voice tends to go down as they talk.
That's all the time, isn't it?
Like if you sit there and say like, "Hey, did you go pick up that shit for me the other day?" And they'll say, "Oh yeah, well I kind of What about I got it over there the other day?" Yeah. Why you gotta get quiet all of a sudden? Now I mean, if that's just the way you talk, that's one thing. I know that Shiloh talks like that, so it makes it hard to tell when she's lying. But I can tell. But I mean that's just some of the ways that I can tell. I can't really tell by words though. But according to this article, there are certain
Body language.
Well, yeah. I look for body language. Yeah.
See what I mean? Like in my experience, I feel that I've actually mastered the trait of a female who is lying. Like to the point where a female will actually try, in which they will. Okay. I'm going to put this in a scenario. Say I don't like a girl. And I tell her, look,